Greetings from Mobility Outlook and welcome to yet another episode of Women in Mobility. Our guest for today is Ms. Priti Pandey. She is Head of Systems Validation at Forvia India. Ms. Priti Pandey, a distinguished professional in the automotive industry, comes with over 16 years of dynamic experience to the forefront of innovation. Currently, Priti is the System Validation COE Lead at Forvia Centre of Excellence in India. A versatile engineer, she is responsible to make global system validation team in India, which will be center of test and validation. Her expertise extends to product design and development, validation, business acquisition and project management, and vendor management. She had the opportunity to work on all the controls in the vehicle. Please join me in welcoming Priti Pandey. Priti, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Murli. Thank you for this opportunity.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks so much. Priti, could you share your educational path that led you to the first job?
Yes. So I was born in Bihar and grew up in Arunachal Pradesh. I was raised in Arunachal Pradesh because my father was posted there and he was working in state government. And then I did my schooling from there. Back, it was 20 plus year back story which I am telling to you. So that time, this place was not much connected with the central part of India. So we had this limited educational opportunities which was there. So after completing my higher education from there, I have passed through joint entrance exam and then I got the seat at Maharashtra, Pandharpur city. So Pandharpur city is again a small town like how I lived in Arunachal Pradesh. So after coming to Pandharpur, it was a holy city famous for Vithoba Mandir. And then I completed my Bachelor's of Engineering. And then from there, on the last year, 4th year of my graduation, I had gone through campus interviews. So there was the time when a lot of companies from software or MNCs used to visit and everyone we were appearing and we used to get selected. So that time I was the topper of the class mostly. And when the companies came and we appeared in that, so many friends of mine got selected and I have waited for long. Like I got rejected from first, second and then multiple companies. So the kind of feeling which was coming to me is kind of shaking my self-confidence that time. So if you are away from home, you will naturally be looking for that support, mental support, that kind of thing. So I used to call my mother. So I remember she used to say me that wait for the best because often best opportunities came at last. So
The right moment.
Yes, I was waiting for that right moment and then all the companies got, I think, started. Normally, the major companies got finished, and then we had to now visit for other colleges where we would be appearing for. So that kind of started, and then Mahindra came in Kolhapur college. So I was not having any hope, but still I went and I gave the aptitude test and I got shortlisted also. So very few college students were left that time. So there were only 3 or 4 people who were left behind. So it was my 19th attempt when I gave this and I got shortlisted also. And then after multiple rounds, I got selected. And thanks to my mother and my family members and of course my friends who helped me to keep motivated. And this was the highest package I received from among my friends. So so that is the way I entered. But when I got selected to Mahindra, I was not having that idea that I am from electronics background and what am I going to do in automotive company. So,
Wow. So what made you to choose Mahindra, because that's an automotive and then you are an electronics engineer?
Yes, that's what when I got chosen, for me I got the happiness that at least I got shortlisted in campus interview. So that was the feeling. And cut 2 was when I appeared when the first day of my corporate job. That time it was totally different environment. I did not expect it because often I heard from my friends that we'll have this MNC environment and all those stuff. But when I entered in Mahindra, it was a complete Nasik plant and shop floor kind of environment, and we got the induction on that environment itself first, because that time it was like you should be aware about vehicle, how it is getting manufactured, what and all it parts are there, and so all those things were.
But it will be a typical when it in manufacturing in Nashik especially, it will be completely male dominated, right? When
Yes.
you are in the shop floor, how did you feel? Were there challenges for you?
Yes, there were challenges. In our batch only, most of the girls got selected because we were from the electronics background, and this was the first time when Mahindra was launching the electronics features in all the cars. So it started with Scorpio, then Xylo. So of course it was different when we used to visit shop floor. People used to see that okay, women are coming, and they were supportive also. Because we were just out of the college, so we were like small girls. So and then we were having the challenges of restrooms and all that. So it was then, and sometimes they used to send us for the field work. Then we have to go to field, and then we have to do this different kind of work. Then we have to go for test drives. We have to also we also have to change the battery of car. So that physical work was also given to me, and it was a kind of they want us to be self-dependent. When we handle a vehicle or car, we should be aware about all these scenarios, and we should be able to manage all these things by our own. So this,
Where you went for the test drives? No?
yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Okay.
There were also time when they took me for off-roading. So this was completely different experience in Thar vehicle. And then they also there was a training to teach me that how to change the stepney of a spare tire when there is a situation. So so it was completely different experience.
Achha, when did you step into the leadership role?
So for me, leadership actually, I don't remember that when it got started, because the background from where I come from is my father was a professor, and the family background was from defense. So I have been groomed up in regimented environment. So in that, then lot of discipline were there. It was a focus of my father, and he used to tell us that whatever you are doing, you should be responsible for your own decisions. So this kind of things he has taught me. So it started from school time also. I have seen my father. So his friend used to come to him for taking suggestions or take him for leading some situations. So that way it started from school, and in college also my friends were looking up to me as their leader. And when I entered in Mahindra, so because of my quality of managing the situation of my own, and then taking the decisions. So this kind of things, they have given me small projects in the beginning to handle, and some 2-3 people were aligned with me. So so I was feeling responsible for the people who are working with me. So this feeling gave me a kind of leadership things.
I think in this short span of time, you were given a lot of responsibilities. How did you take it, and how did you overcome all the challenges?
Yeah, so really when I was given with several responsibilities, there was a challenge to manage. But I'll tell you, I was having high point also. It is not easy. That it comes from experience. Yeah. So I also faced many situations. Well, so I'll tell you one incident when it happened with me. So I was sent alone to a shop floor, the manufacturing line, where the vehicle they gets manufactured, and the end of the point, then they crank the vehicle gets started. So this is the very I would say challenging environment, or the high pressure point in manufacturing industry, when first time the car starts at end of line, and then they take it vehicle to the yard. So the expectation was that since I was responsible for making that software programming, and then car should start that point of time. So I was alone sitting in the car. So and people were watching me. I was alone. So they expected that I will do some programming with the laptop and then car will start. So, but something went wrong. The thing I expected, it was not working that way. So the end point came and it would have impacted the takt time for the complete assembly line.
Yeah.
And this was very difficult situation. So actually people, they end of line manufacturing people, they came to me, they asked me, are you facing any problem? You tell us, then we will push the car to the side and then you can do it. I tried until the end, then I said, yes, I think something is wrong. We will have to push this vehicle aside. So they pushed me, and after half an hour of struggle, I could make it to work, and then the car started. But many people were seeing me that I am going to handle the situation. That time I was in my mid of 20s, so I did not know that 21 people were around you and there. So it's a different scenario. So this kind of fear factors or the situations when I've been put upon, this gave me really courage to manage situations and then lead the projects, because then I was able to anticipate the risks in advance.
That's the learning that you got it now from that situation. Yeah, it's really tough. How is the journey in the current role?
Yeah, when I joined Forvia 2019, the expectation was that I should build a electronics business group here. And it was the first time when Forvia was entering into the electronics market. Previous to that, mostly the hardware or the mechanical stuff, the Forvia, for Asia's background. Now we are Forvia. So that time the challenge was that I have to build a team and I have to deliver also. So that was the most challenging part, because you know what happens when you are given with a static car and asked to assemble the parts, it's easy. But when the car is moving or revolving, then you are asked to print the parts, then it's the most challenging part. So that was the situation that time, and I had to do the recruitment also, the quality recruitment, where people are already trained, skilled, and they are ready to deliver. So this was the challenge, and the delivery was like first time we had to design and develop the electronics infotainment system for a car completely in India. So that time semiconductor crisis has also happened. So we were facing a lot of difficulties in getting the parts at right time. And it was the first chance when India was working for the European customer and to deliver. So it was a time to prove also and to manage the situations also. So it was difficult, but thanks to my team, I was very fortunate that they were ready, and whenever we asked them, they were ready to deliver and they were ready to work. So it's the journey. And then I was also been selected for the hardware representative from the Forvia side. So this was my second role, and then I got multiple roles over there because of my delivery commitments and flexibility. I was also responsible for managing the vendor management, and then I was also managing the project management for quite some time. And then now currently I'm managing system validation. So I have been moved into different roles, and people, they recognize the quality in me and they consider. Yeah.
Were there women in the group?
So there were only 8 girls, I remember. We were in the electronics department. So they have been given different departments. We were not in the single department. So we were having their own challenges. So it was a different experience. And when we used to go to manufacturing plant, then it was very few. We were not able to see any other women or anything. But the good part was that when we used to bring the ideas to our seniors and to our leader, I remember my first leader, he has encouraged both the girls and the boys who came just from the college. So whoever was having the good idea, they used to encourage and they used to enable also. And also they had allowed us to take the ownership and drive the things by our own way. And just they used to guide that, see, you are doing this wrong, you are doing this correct. So based on their suggestions and validation, then I used to continue. So more freedom they have given, which made me more capable.
But I think the entire industry is talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion, women empowerment, etc. A lot of women should come into this. What is your view?
My view is when I entered the organization or the company, that time D&I was not into the focus. So for us, it was, I have experienced that if you bring creative ideas or if you bring the logical things on the table, that then people will give you a chance or they will listen to you. So it's not like that. If you are performing and if you are to the point, then people, of course, they encourage. So, and then women empowerment, I will say that it comes from the home. So, starting from my father, who helped me to learn driving cars and then doing the things on my own. And then he also encouraged me that I have gone to him and asked him that, can I do the engineering, which was not done earlier in my family background all along. So then he encouraged that kind of thing. And when I entered in company, then my seniors were also kind of that, they supported a lot. When the people, I mean, if a girl or a boy, if they are delivering, then people support in automotive industry, that I have seen. Even when there was a time in Mahindra, I remember when we were facing the XUV related some challenges. So we were asked to stay at night. So there was no differentiation that you are a girl, you can go back to your home. They have allowed us to stay. We were also participating equally like our male colleagues.
Okay.
And safety and all were taken care of with them.
During your career, have you taken any initiative to empower women?
Yes. So when I realized, because after working for so long, you realize that what problems women will face. So when actually it comes when you are in maternity phase or when you are in childbearing phase. So that time I encourage that if they have some setup which is movable, or if that can be sent to their home if they are not able to travel much. So that kind of things I have done in my team. And also for me, the best thing I will say here that in this current company Forvia, when it was my second maternity, and then you know what happens in maternity, you disconnect yourself for 6 months and then you again come back. So when you are coming back again, I remember my manager, he gave me new project to me, believing that I will be able to execute it. So that is a good point, and I think such kind of thing I also follow, and I ensure that the woman gets equal opportunity when they return to work. So this,
belief,
yes,
trust. Okay,
yes.
That's interesting. How do you spend your leisure time?
So leisure time, I love to do trekking because
Trekking.
yes. So it keeps me recharged, and when I spend my time with my daughters or my mother, so it kind of recharges me when you when you keep your mobile for charging, and then different can disconnect yourself from the world, and it gives you another level of energy, and then you come back to the work, then you are more focused and you are more filled with the energy.
Rejuvenating.
Yes.
Okay. So if you want to advise the millennials or Gen Z who wanted to come to manufacturing, what would that be?
Yes, definitely I will suggest to come here because every day the task which we get in automotive industry is very different in nature. Sometimes you will get the software programming, then you will get the field experience, then you will get the people management, and you will get the leadership. So all those things it's really exciting, and people should definitely yes.
Great.
And lot of new technologies are also coming. Like we have in mobile, the same thing comes in car also.
Yeah.
So people can learn a lot.
Yeah, great. Priti, lovely talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being part of Women in Mobility.
Thank you so much.